Chile is a country of contrasts, a dry desert in the north and fjords, ice falls and canals in the south. The imposing Andes Mountains face the magnificent Pacific coast, where the ocean marks the life of this long and thin strip of fertile land on the South American continent. Chile has a large variety of climates, ranging from the temperate climates that prevail in the country's central zone, which concentrates most of the population, and its urban focal points. It is important to point out that practically half of the country is apt for forest plantations, which generate returns equivalent to $3 billion per annum, and which is the second most important economic activity in the country.
Nous remercions à tous pour la grande hospitalité typiquement chilienne et nous espérons pouvoir revenir ici toujours et travailler de plus en plus avec le peuple chilien.
The grounds are just very beautiful, everything is well organized, and I expect great success.
Expocorma on ollut aina tärkein näyttely suomalaisille yrityksille. Ollaan oltu täällä vuodesta 1995 asti ja ollaan oltu aina hirveän tyytyväisiä tähän näyttelyyn. Me ollaan muuallakin oltu Etelä-Amerikassa, mutta on katsottu, että tämä on aina tärkein näyttely meille.
The Biobío region is located in the geographic center of the country. This is an area that is privileged in human and natural resources, with a capacity for innovation and hard work that have made it the absolute leader in terms of domestic, economic, and industrial growth. Chile currently has over 2 million hectares of planted forest and at least 13 new investment programs for the period 2004 to 2010 for an overall value of $3,300 million. The country also has an important ratio of forest farms. This is seen by the fact that every hectare that is harvested is replaced by twice the area of new forests, all of which involves a workforce of some 300,000 people who are given direct or indirect employment throughout the country. Forestry is so important in the Biobío region that it has become the national capital of the forestry industry. This area concentrates 60% of industrial wood harvest and 80% of all the products exported by the Chilean forest sector, generating an income of some $1,611 million. For this reason, it is no coincidence that Expocorma, the Latin American Forestry, Pulp, and Paper Fair, should be held in the regional capital, Concepcion, since 1987. This is the most important biannual forestry event in Latin America and receives 25,000 visitors.
We're very happy with the attendance, very strong contractors. We're expecting very strong markets in Chile next year and in the next 4 to 5 years. And we're looking forward to a very exciting period in the forestry industry in Chile.
Bueno, como el año anterior, la feria está organizada de una forma excelente y ya es el 6º año consecutivo que nosotros venimos. Para nosotros es una feria muy importante porque entendemos que Chile, como país forestal, tiene unas buenas oportunidades para nosotros.
Estou muito impressionado, é uma grande feira e realmente acho que vamos ter êxito do que estamos vendo aqui.
Expocorma is organized by the Chilean Timber Corporation, Corma, an association that includes some 200 companies, executives, professionals, and individuals related to the Chilean forest sector. This association includes representatives of the most important cellulose and paper companies, board and panels, sawmills, remanufacturing facilities, and forestation, which cover 90% of our country's forest exports. Every year, the fair, which has an area of 18,300 square meters, brings together exhibitors from the 5 continents, entrepreneurial missions, professionals, and workers related to the production of wood, cellulose, and paper. 33 countries were present during this 12th version of the fair, representing 357 companies that exhibited equipment and machinery valued in some $50 million. In other words, Expocorma brings together all the areas and activities related to the forestry area and the world of paper and cellulose production, and this 12th version was the largest and most complete exhibition of its kind to be held in Latin America to date. This fair becomes an important business center, as millions of dollars are transacted during each fair. For example, the last fair resulted in business operations that total some $250 million. Expocorma is a comprehensive and representative sample of our current forest activities, which is carrying out enormous investments in cellulose and tertiary timber industries. This shows that the fair is capable of reflecting the enthusiasm that the forest sector feels for the future. A diversity of specialized seminars are also offered at Expocorma. This year, the most important event was an entrepreneurial meeting with over 500 participants, which had excellent results owing to the top level of the presenters. The fair is used for analyzing and exchanging experiences and opinions on current events connected to the forest sector, as is the case of transportation and sawmills. But other subjects are also analyzed, as was the case of discussion panels that describe the development plans, areas of interest, and problems that affect companies and the solutions that can be provided by suppliers. The Silvotechno seminars were one of the extremely relevant activities during this fair, as they have the objective of transferring the results of scientific research and applied technology to the forest area. This conference groups professionals from different Latin American forest companies and institutions, and also includes the active participation of first-class international experts.
Hemos encontrado aquí muchas novedades y la tecnología en Chile en el mercado forestal está superior, está magnífica a nivel mundial.
And we also come here to check out the competition in the marketplace from a lot of Chilean and South American products, and we really enjoy coming here.
La feria en sí a mí me ha parecido, digamos, un excelente punto de reunión y un foco, digamos, importante también para generar negocio.
Expocorma 2003 was also marked by the strong expectations generated by the free trade agreements that our country has signed with the United States of America, Europe, and Korea. The Forestry Institute presented projections that show that the free trade agreement between Chile and the United States of America alone will stimulate forest exports considerably, to such an extent that forest exports are expected to increase by 6 times from here to the year 2010. And that returns will treble over the same period. Seminars carried out within the framework of the fair also concluded that it is possible to envisage an enormous growth of investment in Chile, owing to the comparative advantages that our country offers, as is the case of the rotation of forest species. In the United States, this rotation has an average that exceeds 55 years. While in Chile, the rotation period is 10 years for eucalyptus and 20 years for radiata fir. All this makes this important international forestry fair bring together state-of-the-art equipment for forest farming and exploitation for the timber industry, telecommunications, and transport, among others. It also offers a sector devoted to the cellulose and paper industry, to timber products and projects with a high added value, and to exclusive models offered to the most important countries in the area. Expocorma offers companies and participants a varied range of services and infrastructure that facilitate and improve contact possibilities with potential clients. As it is located in the very center of the country's forest activities, it enables exhibitors and participating companies to take part in interesting visits to mechanized forest farming facilities, nurseries, sawmills, remanufacture plants, and cellulose and paper industries, where they can observe the development of the Chilean forestry activities for themselves. For this reason, Expocorma is the best place in which to achieve objectives for the promotion, sale, introduction of new projects, and search of representatives in any of the areas related to timber, pulp, or paper. Hundreds of new clients await you every year in November. Come to Expocorma, the great international forestry fair for timber, pulp, and paper industries. Expocorma, the Chilean forestry industry's great contribution to the economic development of the sector, the region, and the country. A window that opens up to the forestry world of the future.